It's time for the July 2022 Charlotte Real Estate Housing Market Update. Stick around while I go over it for you. Hey everyone, I'm Shane Gordon, real estate agent with eXp Realty here in the Charlotte, North Carolina region. Every Thursday, I post videos about moving to Charlotte and its surrounding areas. Once a month, I'm going to provide you a video that gives you important information and data to help you understand what's currently going on in the Charlotte market. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future monthly updates such as this one, as well as other helpful videos I provide for you about the Charlotte region. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on here in the Charlotte market and its surrounding areas. As you may have heard some rumblings, the market is on a little bit of a shift. It's not drastic right now as far as we're not seeing prices drop out of the sky back down to the bottom. We are seeing obviously some increases in the interest rates, as we'll get into a little bit here. But interest rates were up to 6%. Now they're back down to around the 5s. So there's a lot of fluctuation going on there. Inventory is still relatively low when you look at the big picture, but we have seen an increase in inventory, which is going to help out the buyers, be a little bit more competition for the sellers as well, which will also obviously help out the buyers that are out there. So we are looking at inventory at just over a month of inventory on hand, where before we were at 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Last month, I believe it was at 0.8. So it has increased a little bit, but still we're not at that comfortable level of inventory. As far as home prices and what homes have gone for, it's still a strong seller's market. So if you're looking to sell your house, now's still a great time to do that. And I'll get into the numbers of what that is looking like for sellers here in a little bit for you. So to get into the numbers a little bit more specifically for you so you have a better understanding, homes sold in June versus May were up 8.6%. And the number of homes sold was 5,041 homes sold in June. That is down versus last year, same time period, 13.6%. New listing activity in June was up 4% versus last year and saw a 7.5% increase versus that of May. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, inventory is still low here in the Charlotte region and from what I'm reading throughout a lot of the country. But we have here in this area seen back-to-back months of inventory increasing. As I mentioned, we are at about just over a month of inventory. So that's great to see for buyers that there's more inventory available. And actually versus this time last year, or actually, excuse me, versus May, we've seen an increase of 41% of actual inventory available. As I mentioned earlier, home prices are continuing to stay strong for those trying to sell their homes. We actually saw a 2.2% increase in June versus May, with a median home price of $400,000. This is actually an increase of 19.4% versus last year. Looking at pending sales activity, buyer demand is actually down. In June, we were down 10% versus that of May, and versus June of last year, we were down 19%. A lot of this has to do with what's going on in the economy, interest rates, and just the uncertainty that's out there in the market right now. As I mentioned earlier, this is still a strong seller's market where sellers are still able to get over their asking price. In June, they received 101.9% over their asking price. So still a great time to sell your house. There's definitely buyers out there looking, and good news for buyers, as I mentioned earlier, there is more inventory. So we'll see in the coming months if that increases for more than a month's worth of inventory, which would be great for buyers, but time will tell. If you have questions or you're unsure about how to approach buying or selling a home in this market, reach out to an agent such as myself, help you get through the complexities of this market and finding out what the next steps are in the process for you. Somebody who can negotiate for you and be an advocate for you in and throughout the whole process. I hope this information was helpful for you. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. If you enjoyed the video, please click on that like button as well. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day and take care.